coverage in media. Yeah. So limited coverage in media. Newspapers cover women's problem, drawing the attention of policymakers, and also tries to talk about the issues required, which are requiring the immediate attention, such as sex ratio, infant and maternal mortality, crime against women, and the effects of poverty on women and their families. But this coverage is limited, and the rest of the space occupied by this, how do we say, page 3 culture, or celebrities and all those things. So we see that the feminist instincts to keep men and their in-laws happy. There are comparatively fewer articles on career opportunities, health awareness, and entrepreneurship. So media should also take into consideration the following parts, such as the media must project the working women in the unorganized sector as worker and not merely as performing the duties of a wife and a daughter. Yeah, the media should make effective attempts to highlight the problems of women in poverty. At the same time, monitoring in such a way that incompatible ideals are not depicted, not demeaning references to the work are made. Also, the media should see that to upgrade content and coverage, there should be a combined efforts between NGOs, women's social groups, research organizations.
What is the key point of the media role in a woman empowerment and impact?
Sorry?
What is the key role of media in the woman empowerment?
Key role. See, as we understand, media has a certain functions, right?
Yeah, it's my question, madam.
Yeah. So you are basically talking about what is the role of a media in women empowerment.
Empowerment, definitely.
Yeah. So as you understand that, media has certain functions to do. What are the primary functions that, it has to educate, instruct, so part of that one, the media plays as a platform in educating the women rights. It talks about the women success stories. For example, let us take now we have a Dwakra group, right? Or self-help groups. So now here the journalist as a development communication journalist or a development journalist, as a media representative, what you can do is that, you can talk about the success stories of those particular group which have created an impact in the society. So the development is not only at the international level, but the development journalist should try to talk about the development at the grassroots level. So the media should also see that, it is supporting the women, talking about the rights of the women, talking about the equalities of the women, trying to show the information related to the gender discrimination, and rather than the way how the social media is using women only as a sense of, what do we say, as a joke or something, but a serious effort by the media has to be played in terms of awareness, in terms of about their rights, in terms of the information for their better career, about their health, about their nutrition, about their loss. So these are the various sectors where, the media can give the information, bring the stories about that one. And also the government policies, giving the information about the government policies that empower the women in terms of their education, in terms of their rights in their families, in terms of their role in putting their word or putting their talk very assertively, is what media can help the people. Now here, why media plays an important role is that, with the success stories, we have to bring a change, a behavior change. So when we are trying to bring a behavior change, definitely the women will be part of the development in the society. So we have the media can, this is what, the media should take into consideration the following parts, and the media should project the working woman in the it is not only about the organized sector, it is also about the unorganized sector. So the media should make an effective attempt to highlight the problems of women in poverty. And also the media should always be continuously updating the content and coverage. There should be a combined effort. So the media alone cannot give a story. So they have to come understand the role that NGO is also playing, take the help. Because when we talk, for example, let us take this Deccan Development Society of Hyderabad. So it way back when we see in 2006 that it was started, and it was started for the women empowerment. What they have used is the community radio for the development of the women and the empowerment of the women. So it is the NGO that has brought a change in that Sangareddy district and few villages. So now media should be take that positive role and also take a proactive role of disseminating the information that, see, these particular villages have been working, and the NGO has taken an initiative for the women empowerment. So not only NGOs, we can also see the women's social action groups. We have research organizations, Institute of Mass Communication, and other media persons, where they have to talk about the content, the coverage, and upgrade the information. We, at the same time, we see that, the media should highlight the issues of gender inequality. Unfortunately, though we are still developed and into the world of globalization, but still we face this gender inequality in some point or the other. So media can play a great role by bringing the issues ahead. Then to make the media can also be a platform to make people aware of the wage discrimination. Yeah, for example, if you take the unorganized sector, the mason is been paid, the male mason is paid that much, and the worker, women worker is been paid less. So we have to talk about all those issues where we feel that, where they are facing this inequality. The media should represent the situation of the crime against the women. Yeah, now as term of empowerment, when we say empowerment is related to the economic empowerment of a woman, it is the political empowerment of the woman, it is the social empowerment of the woman. So as part of the social empowerment, we have to present the situation about the crime against the woman and see that, reflect as we see that there are the crime rates and the violence against women in our country are rapidly increasing, which reflects women as a weaker section, weaker sex is still being dominated, unfortunately, and every point of every second day we happen to hear. So we have to work in such a way that, the media plays an important role by giving the information. If you just, to give an example, if you can watch Sembi movie, please watch that as a film, medium of film. The Sembi movie has really created a good kind of, a very best example of communication process, where it is trying to project that it is a bus which is representation of the society, and it is talking about the POSCO Act where the poor people are unaware of that one. So that way media can play a very important role. Also, the media should raise the issues of underrepresentation and important positions. For example, if you take this Panchayat Raj and all those things, though we have got it, but still, from the background, the man is working and the woman is only a representative. So that way the woman should be educated, informed, and much in dissemination of information has to be done, so that they understand what exactly their role is, but just not to follow the decision, but they should become a decision makers. So also we see that, there is empowerment of youth can be done with the help of the media, because we see that labor migration, and the major problem as of now after the COVID, we see is that there is a major problem of migration. So we have to see that, the empowerment of youth in terms of their education, in terms of their health, in terms of their work, in terms of the employment, all these stories should be, created so that the youth can understand their potentials and also participate in the democratic process of development. So, but unfortunately, we see that with the existence of the new media, the young people with new media, though it is a milestone in terms of a change in the social life, but the media should be used properly and also be taken in a proper direction in terms of development. Apart from that, we also see media and conservation. Yeah, environmental issues are very important. If you have a better environment, then only we have a better future, and the upcoming generations can enjoy the fruits of the nature. So media's role is also very important in giving the information and educating about the environment. So we have certain movies that talk about the environment conservation, why wildlife protection is very important. So similarly, we should also see that biodiversity concept has to be understood by each and every individual, and we have to protect the environment. And the media creates there is an impact of the media because media can reach to the wider audiences. And so therefore we can see that media can talk about the environment protection, and also talk about the environment pollution and degradation also. So as these are all the major challenges with the climatic changes, and also a threat for the future. So the media played a very important role. If you go back to the example like of Chipko movement, which was basically a tribal movement who had created, forwarded a message. So the media played a very notable role in carrying forward the message of Chipko movement. It was basically non-violent, action-oriented movement that attracted the attention of environmentalist organizations interested in the process of social change and the media throughout the world. So it played a major role in focusing attention of the people regarding the problems of the environment. So a few newspapers and magazines have started regular columns. So that way we see that it plays an important role. So social media, with the growing social media, there are certain key roles that our social media can play in social issues with the help of the technology now, because we don't have any discrimination in the gender or in the backgrounds. The social media doesn't creates any discrepancies or the discrimination. So thus we see that social media can play a very important role in bringing the social issues and also trying to talk about the social issues. So social media and social issues can be basically, but then the social media should also be very much concerned where it has a responsibility of creating non-violence, protecting the society and not creating any violence. And so it should have some morality also while disseminating the information. So as we understand that in any democratic country, media plays a very important role, because we have Article 19(1)(a), which gives the freedom for expression of speech and thought. At the same time, we have Article 19(2), which gives a reasonable restriction. So media plays a very important role in terms of in a democratic country. If not democratic country, also everywhere the media is should be proactive and has a significant task to be carried, so that they will be updated with the society and also the government, what are the policies and what are the information and what are the rules and regulations. So this is all about the civil societies, NGOs and media, and it's a social issues coverage. Yeah, so next we'll be having another one. Fine?
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Shall I end the class?
Okay,
Any doubts? Any doubts? Any clarifications? You all seem to be having a lunch break.
Yes, madam.
Fine, fine. Yeah. If any doubts or anything, please let me know.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.